our community.
Citi Field erupting tonight as the Mets send the Phillies packing.
All right, the Amazons advancing to the NLCS, something they haven't done since 2015. Fox 5's Jennifer Williams is live at Citi Field. Quite the night, Jen.
It was absolutely crazy, and as you mentioned, the Mets have punched their ticket to the NLCS for the first time since 2015. They will face the winner of the Padres or Dodgers, and Game 1 is on a Sunday. Now, it was stressful at Citi Field to start the game. Down 1-0 in the 6th inning, Francisco Lindor finally capitalized on one of the Mets' opportunities, hitting a grand slam to break this game open. The pitching took care of the rest. 4-1 the final score, and considering this ball club has had a lot of ups and a lot more downs, this was the first time they had clinched a playoff series at Citi Field since it opened in 2009. So you can just imagine how emotional it was in the clubhouse afterwards. What's it like to have this kind of celebration with your team here at Citi Field for the first time since it opened?
It's amazing. I want to be destroying this clubhouse. So I'm excited. I'm in this position. No one believed this was a good team. This is a really good team. And they find a way.
It's a special moment for the city. It's a special moment for this organization, especially for me. Came on board, gave everything I got every single night, and here we are celebrating with a great group and in front of the greatest fans.
To me, I knew it was going to happen. Four more. Indoor MVP.
Really, really good feeling about the Mets, like, getting to the World Series and winning.
Let's go, Mets! Let's go, Mets! Let's go, Mets!
We're going to get to see a whole lot more of that. The Mets' quest for their third franchise championship and first since 1986 continues. Again, Game 1 will be on Sunday. They'll either be in LA or San Diego. And guys, I was in that clubhouse, and I think my hair and makeup are still intact. I just had to reglue an eyelash, so that's a win, right?
Yeah, just give me my ski goggles back next time I see you. All right, thanks, Jen. And the Yankees.
Thank you for that.
Yes, those came in handy, and the Yankees just won too.
Yes.
Continue. So there you go.
Maybe a Subway
There we
Series.
go.
Come on.
All right, the WNBA finals begin tomorrow night. A spoil riches around these parts at Barclays Center. The Liberty going for their first ever championship, hosting the Minnesota Lynx. The Libs got in an intense practice this afternoon. The Lynx won 3 of 4 against the Liberty this season, including the Commissioner's Cup final. But the Liberty say that's all in the past and believe the home crowd will propel them to victory.
Well, under a month to go until Election Day, and Fox News has confirmed that Donald Trump plans to hold a rally at Madison Square Garden at the end of October. The rally is set for October 27th. The event is expected to be first come, first served. The former president has said his campaign is going to make a play for New York and try to win the state. Ronald Reagan was the last Republican to carry New York in 1984. Democratic Vice Presidential nominee Tim Walz is holding a rally in Chandler, Arizona tonight to help kick off the state's early voting period. He took part in a veterans event alongside the son of the late John McCain, where he called on the country to come together to support those who will be impacted by Hurricane Milton and to those who are already impacted by Helene. Well, new tonight, news that the migrant shelter on Randall's Island will be closing down.
All right, the announcement came today. Fox 5 Sharon Crowley is on Randall's Island with the latest and what that move could mean for the city's migrant crisis.
The Randall's Island Migrant Shelter will permanently close by February next year. Mayor Adams saying in part, "We're not out of the woods yet, but make no mistake, thanks in large part to our smart management strategies and successful advocacy, we have turned the corner on this crisis."
We have, since day one, been against actually the creation of these HERC tents because they're actually incredibly unsafe, and cramming hundreds, if not thousands of people into a tent or a structure where it's in congregate setting has always been a concern of ours.
The New York Immigration Coalition says the number of buses bringing asylum seekers to New York City from border states has significantly decreased. Executive Director Murad Awada wants all the temporary migrant shelters in the city closed.
We need to not have mega congregate tent shelters. That's just not appropriate. It's not safe. It's not healthy for anyone. We want to make sure that people who need shelter are getting appropriate shelter in our shelter system and helping people who are in the shelter system get out and into permanent housing.
The Randall's Island shelter has been the site of numerous violent crimes. Police even raided the shelter looking for weapons and also dismantled some tent encampments set up nearby. Advocates for migrants also want the mayor to do away with the so-called 30 to 60 day rule, which limits the amount of time migrants can stay in a shelter.
Hopefully this is a step in the right direction as far as getting rid of this 30, 60-day policy and putting people in a situation where they actually will be getting the help that they need so that they can get on their own.
One of the reasons the mayor is closing the Randall's Island migrant shelter is that steadily over the last few months, the number of asylum seekers coming to New York City has been decreasing. They've actually already dismantled one of the largest residential tents on this property, and by February, it will be completely closed. Sharon Crowley, Fox 5 News.
Governor Hochul hit with more questions today about the charges Mayor Adams is facing. Even though Hochul has the power to remove Adams from office, she's not pushing for him to resign right now. Adams has pleaded not guilty to 5 federal charges, including bribery and soliciting illegal campaign donations, and several top-level officials from his administration have resigned. Hochul's repeatedly said that she asked the mayor to make changes.
I have asked him to make some changes. I think you'll see a steady flow of changes.
So far, the state Senate Majority Leader and Assembly Speaker have stayed silent on the controversy surrounding the Adams administration.